All right, cheers to the first ever episode of the Casual Happy Hour.
Damn, for real.
Nice crisp. Mmm. So we're drinking apple whiskey with some Sprite. Nice little chill beverage.
Nice chill bed.
I think that would be good in the summer. Really, honestly.
Yeah, I think so. Because it's like with the Sprite, it's almost like a highball, where it's like a lemony soda with
Yeah.
like the whiskey, but then also has apple. So I'd drink that in the summer for real.
It's very refreshing. I like it. This is sponsored by. No.
Brought to you by Lohan Whiskey.
All right, so welcome to the first ever episode of the Casual Happy Hour. Hopefully, if I get what I want, Andrew, then then we could do this every week.
Yeah.
So, well, this is gonna be the first ever, and I want to start doing this next year at the start of 2023. So this episode, I kind of want to, I guess, just talk about like all the things happened to us.
Yeah,
the whole world this past
like
year. So.
Yeah, it's been a kind of a crazy year, but it has subsided since 2020. 2021 was kind of like that. 2022 is kind of still pretty crazy, but in terms of I don't know, national health crisis issues, it's been okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The old CV, bro. CV-19.
You know this.
Yeah, that year was actually kind of, it was kind of crazy, for 2021. Just like everything shutting down and, just, I guess just coming to a standstill, you know?
Yeah.
So far I haven't gotten it yet. Knock on wood. I haven't. I've been around people who've had it.
Same.
Actually, at the time, my ex-girlfriend had it.
Yeah.
And well, I was taking care of her and everything, and no, I never caught it. I was giving her kisses and everything and all that stuff, and
just kissing and all.
Yeah, taking care of her. So.
Yeah, just making it. You never got it.
Yeah, no, just I was around her and everything. I was making her soup and stuff like that. She was just coughing on me just for the lulz.
Yeah. For the lulz.
Yeah, you know how that thing goes. And yeah, no, I never got it. It was really funny because, her mother thought I gave it to her, but I tested negative, and I was like, ha.
Damn.
Then again, I mean, maybe I am asymptomatic, but all the times that I've tested or that I thought I had it, it was a negative.
Same here. I mean, I'm pretty sure I was asymptomatic. I was always around a lot of people. Even working at a store where literally hundreds of people all the time, different people. I'm pretty sure I had it asymptomatically. But every time I felt sick and got tested, it never showed up.
Yeah. Right.
So, yeah.
That was another thing too. Because of all, there's a lot of things about false, negatives and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That it kind of made me mad.
Really?
Yeah, because for my work, I felt sick, so I put that I felt sick, and in actuality, it was just a hangover. But but I felt sick, and I was like, oh, I was vomiting and everything, and they're like, oh, it's COVID. So I couldn't work for a couple of days actually, and it really just I wanted to make money already.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, and then I tried telling them that hey, I feel better. I took a test that was negative. And I understand, they're just trying to be safe and everything. But they told me was, oh, we can't, there's a lot of false negatives out there and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And I just started this job too, so this was in 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a couple months ago. But it's just crazy. My parents have had it.
Yeah, my dad. Actually, both my parents have had it at this point, but my dad had it first back in 2020, I think, towards the end of the year.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out 2020.
But that was when like the height of it, so he was just completely isolated in his room. Um, didn't come out. My mom had to like bring him food and like wear a mask.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, a lot of like just having that. A lot of people are just they're down for the count. And
Hmm.
that's it's weird.
Yeah.
Actually, I just found out today that my grandma has it.
Really.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think she's gonna do?
She said, well, my family said that she's been doing okay. She's just wet resting. She's just tired and stuff.
Hmm.
But I think she'll be okay.
Yeah.
Real casual talk.
Right. We're talking about diseases and all that. People getting sick. You know.
Yeah, real casual talk.
But yeah, I was just tying into like thinking about the past year and anything like in 2022 that um, I guess something changing topic like happy or like something that brought you happiness away from like the 2020 2021 years that you can think about.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, one of the things that really like got me down about that was just not doing the desert days anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And for those of you listening, desert days is where Andrew and I. Oh, I didn't even introduce ourselves.
Oh, everyone.
We just went straight into it. Um,
Better late than ever.
yeah, exactly. Well, my name is Elijah.
I'm Andrew.
This is my co-host Andrew.
Hello.
And yeah, okay, so desert days is where Andrew and I would go to the desert and just I don't know what's the scientific term? Just goof around.
The proper term would be get lit AF. Just kidding. No, just like go out into the desert and just have like a nice little day. Don't worry about kind of away from the city. We don't have to really worry about anything. We used to take a cooler out there, get some drinks going,
Yeah,
make a fire, just like just go with the flow, just have a good time.
yeah, and it would either sometimes it would just be us two, or we
Yeah.
be a group of people and whatnot.
Sometimes we met people. That one time we met some random people.
Oh yeah, that was.
They had their like car stuck in the sand.
Yeah.
And we're just like, okay, we'll help you out. And then they brought us beers, and we're just like, we're
Alright.
chilling. Yeah, we're chilling. It's cool.
It's chilling. We're chilling.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, it's been kind of a weird couple of years. What you say? That.
Yeah. It's for me. What's weird is like the timeline. It's like it feels like it's all mushed into like one. It feels like it's
Honestly,
been one
yeah.
year. It felt like last year was 2020 and this year's is like 2021. But it's actually almost 2023. But it just feels like these last like 3 years have just been.
Yeah,
It
honestly,
just felt like one year. Like it just passed by too fast, or all the events. Like I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, no, honestly, I think you're right. It all feels like it's been one.
Yeah, because like it's like 2016, 2017, yeah, 18, cool, and 2018 to 19 because we were in college, and that's kind of
Yeah.
when we met. But then 2020 seems like it just 2020 till right now. It just seems like I can't explain it. It doesn't feel like one like specific year. It just feels like it's all been like 1 year.
Yeah,
like
because
all together.
Our lives have pretty much been on hold like the whole time.
Yeah.
But it's I would say it's back. You know.
Can you hear that?
Yeah,
Just took another
yeah,
sip.
you can hear that.
Low hand whiskey. Yeah, simple drinks. We encourage you guys, if you're listening, to have like a nice drink with us.
Drink responsibly.
But yeah, if you're listening to this at 8 a.m., like maybe not, but in the evening, have a nice drink. It's what it's all about, just chilling.
And also be of legal drinking age.
That is true. If you have us at a house party in high school, don't. We do not affiliated with anything that you guys are doing at all, so don't bring.
We do not encourage.
We do not encourage.
Stop.
Just please, but yeah, drink responsibly and just be safe. All that.
Oh yeah, and another casual topic. I had a bit of an issue there, drinking.
Mm-hmm.
And I start chugging. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I was pretty much with you throughout. Like, I was about to say like the rise and fall, but like of your, I guess, peak. And at the time, it's kind of weird because you don't realize it because, like, for me and you, when we go out and drink, me and you are pretty like, how do I say it?
Like
we're similar.
Yeah,
we keep up with each other, so we can't like look and be like, oh, one of us is drinking too much because we're right there next to each other.
Yeah.
So we didn't really realize how much until like looking back, and it's like, oh, maybe we shouldn't drink until like 2 or 3 and take chugging bottles and like blacking out, But how's that been for you this past year, 2022, with like all of that? Because I know you've been handling it. Or
been going through it.
Yeah, going through it. I was about to say struggling, but that sounds too ominous. Like you've been struggling with addiction. How's it feel?
Well, no, I've been handling it better. There were some slip ups. Like I'm not. When it comes to that, that's the main thing you got to realize is that there are gonna be slip ups. You're not just gonna be perfect throughout the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because even just that just sounds exhausting. I'm not gonna lie.
I get you.
But yeah, I did have some slip ups, but I was able to, I guess, better handle it handle it in a healthier way than, especially some of the situations that came up from this year that I faced.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to handle it, I guess, in a healthier way.
Yeah.
Like I said, there were a few slip ups, and that was my bad.
My bad, y'all.
Yo, my bad, G. But no, yeah, it's just I've been going to therapy, been taking my medication and stuff like that, and it's just one thing. I know it's very cliche to say like, oh, it's just one thing, you gotta do one step at a time, but honestly,
that's pretty much.
Yeah, that's honestly what you can do. That's
Yeah.
pretty much the only thing you can do.
Yeah.
Well, not the only, but like the main thing, I guess, is just take it one day at a time.
Yeah, because it's not gonna be fixed in like a day or a week.
Oh yeah, no.
It's gonna take some time,
Oh yeah, no.
So it's a good thing.
And I don't think I'll ever like this is for me. I don't know how you think of it or other people, but for me, I don't think I'll ever get that point in my life where I'm perfect.
Yeah.
Like I can't do no wrong or anything, because obviously, I mean, we're human. We're freaking we do wrong stuff all the time. And some of it's fun, so we're like, yeah, and we keep doing it. But for me, I just try to, I guess, be better than I was the day before. That cliche too.
Yeah, but you're right. And it's not just you. I think I think that way too. I mean, I don't think there's ever a point where someone can be perfect or I'm gonna be perfect.
Yeah.
And I think if you get to that point where you think you are, that's not good. That's
Yeah, you're not perfect.
yeah, yeah. There's always gonna have to be something in your life that strives you or pushes you to keep progressing or changing, and we can always strive for being like quote perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we'll ever get there, but it's all about just trying your best every day to, you know,
Yeah.
like
No.
I said,
And that, like, honestly, just trying gets exhausted. And, like, it gets exhausting.
right.
Already feeling it?
Yeah, it's gonna be a short one today, y'all. He just passed out.
All right, everyone. Thanks for watching, or thanks for listening. And just
Just nods off.
no, I have a speech impediment, so this one. I'm just kidding.
No, not good. Just don't do it again.
No, yeah. That's the thing. It's just it's exhausting to just keep trying every day and trying to be better than you were before. And then some days it's just you just don't feel like trying. You're just like and even sometimes then it would be like, oh, what's the harm? Just one day.
Yeah.
Um, you just don't try, and you're the same person, which is fine. It could be fine, but if you keep just saying next day, it just you become lazy and
Yeah, you kind of fall into
like a
a
rut.
a slump or rut, and you don't realize that's what's happening.
Yeah, and it's very hard to get yourself out of that. But luckily, I've had friends and family and
Mm-hmm.
professional.
Support.
Yeah, exactly. I think I think that's another thing that you really need to build is basically a support team. People you can count on and trust and everything like that. And and another thing is just um because that's you also got to realize that support team, like, they're not, like, their purpose is not just to help you. They have
Yeah.
other stuff going on too. And sometimes people in that support group, they betray you and stuff. And you got to realize that they're their own person. They make
Mm-hmm.
mistakes too and everything. And it's just,
Yeah.
yeah, you probably can't trust them anymore, but you still have the other people in your group, I guess. I don't know if that makes any sense.
I think if you're trying to say like people have their own lives, and I had a point, but I forgot. Like they say like you said, they betray you,
Mhm.
um, or they can just like not talk to you or like not feel like
Yeah, and what I mean by betray is that, like, okay, yeah, you have the betray where they go against you and they betray that trust and everything, but they can also just one day they're like you really need them, but they're asleep or something.
yeah yeah now yeah I know what you mean. It's like you can't really view it as them. You can't really get mad at them because
Yeah.
and I know people who kind of do or like oh they don't talk to me like they don't like me or like uh, they're fake or like but it's just really that even though you have the support it's kind of like they have to live their lives too and everybody has their own problems and it's like you just know that if you need them then you can ask and they'll do as much as they can for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I that's where it's so tricky. Like the line, it's just you don't want to be, like, I guess what dependent on them and
Mm-hmm.
everything. Like, because
Yeah.
then that's very unhealthy. Being dependent on someone is, like, to an extent is unhealthy. You can depend on people, right? That's a thing. Like, but you can't do it, like, I guess, that often. But then you also can't be alone
Yeah.
all the time
Yeah.
either, because that's also unhealthy. So it's kind of going back and forth to what you can. It's a very, what's it like? What the fuck?
Oh,
What?
balance.
Yeah, it's hard to find the balance between, I guess, healthy and unhealthy, like being independent and then being dependent on people, and or being dependent and independent and stuff like that. Sorry, I just realized that this talk right now
I know, it
is
just got.
it's not very casual.
Welcome to the Casual Hack podcast. We're just gonna talk about COVID and dependency and addiction.
Yeah, and what if that's her joke or whatever? It's just
it's like casual, but then it's like
it's very serious.
the deepest talk you'd ever hear. Damn. Okay.
That'd be great. But even that's another thing too. Like just because I'm thinking about it, but just constantly every episode trying to have a deep conversation. It's just
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds exhausting.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you don't even try. Like we didn't even try to push it to this way, but it just kind of happens.
No, yeah.
Just by talking.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just part of, I don't know, ups and downs of life, I guess. I'll talk about the bad. You gotta appreciate the bad to know the good.
You never know what you got till it's gone. But yeah, okay, yeah. Lighter mood now. Here's another drink. I'm almost done. That's great.
He's starting off with the full glass. It looks like he's.
I'm sorry. I'm not gonna lie. That is really good.
It is. I mean, well, just a Lohan whiskey. If you're listening to this, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's
if we didn't explain it, it's an apple whiskey or technically an apple bourbon, but it's infused with. No, it's an apple bourbon, but we mixed it with some Sprite, and we got something that tastes really good.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me. We like if we use a ginger ale too, I think it would be good.
Mm-hmm. Some ginger ale. That'd be like an apple highball, screwball. Maybe add some lime. I don't know.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right. Any bartenders out there, please make us drinks for free.
Yeah. Well, if you're gonna tell with like our art and channel art, I mean, we like to enjoy drinks and cocktails and stuff. Me and you, like, we like to go to bars and
Party.
We just smash natty lights all day. But yeah, I mean, we just it's nice. You can't go wrong with like a nice sip of a nice cocktail. Damn,
I'm telling you, that is good. That is good.
It's good.
Now here's 30 minutes of awkward silence.
We're ready to go. A little 55 minute break. Don't leave. Please don't leave
me. Yeah. Okay. So, what about you, Andrew? What have you been up to for this past year or so?
Well, this year, I did want to. Oh, I graduated last year, and I did want to take like some time for myself because the last 4 or 5 years was just been insane, especially during, like we said, the pandemic, and I was working and I was also doing school, and it was a lot. So I did want to take like some time to myself. I did some pretty good amount of traveling, not international yet, but just around the country to like the Southwest, like Arizona and California, and then even me and you had a trip to Austin. That was pretty cool.
Sheesh. That was fun. I liked it. I love that trip. That was fun.
Yeah, Austin is really cool. Like I would want to live there, but at the same time, I'd have to cut off my arm and sell it.
Oh yeah, no, it's very expensive.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But it's a nice place.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
And yeah, just spending time with friends and with my family. It's been really relaxing, and it's something that I needed for like a long time. Because if not, I think I would have probably went insane. But it's just been a really relaxing year compared to the last few years. This one was a lot better. And yeah, I'm just really looking forward to the next year. Hopefully, well, not hopefully, I will start my career, and I still do want to travel. It didn't happen this year, but I still want to go to maybe Europe or something, to Italy. Like, that's my number one destination. I probably, work for a little bit, save some money, maybe in the summertime or something. Just but yeah, I've just been doing me in like a very positive way, and it's just been really, really chill and fun.
Hmm. You said Italy, right?
Yes.
I've always wanted to go. I don't know what it is, but I love Italy. I wish I was Italian.
It's Italian. Oh, well, I I'm I want to get a 23. Oh, this is random, but I do want to get a 23andMe because I actually do want to know exactly like
Yeah, I think
my
that would be
roots.
really
Because I always
interesting.
ask my parents, but they don't know. I know like on my mom's side, like I think one of my grandmas was like Native American,
Mm-hmm.
and then someone on my dad's side is like from I don't even know. I have no idea.
Yeah, see, there you go. You don't know. You need the 23andMe.
Yeah, but that brought me mind because like we don't know. Like I mean, some people do know because their family has it locked. But like maybe like me and you, we don't really. At
Well,
least for me, I don't. It's really hard. So
yeah. Well, for me, it's just my go-to was my nana.
yeah.
So if I had anything, I would ask, and even my grandpa too.
Yeah.
On my mom's side, and then on my dad's side, I don't know. I don't know. I guess I just talked to my dad, and then my dad is kind of like,
Yeah.
But I would go to my nana, but sadly she passed away a
Mm-hmm.
couple of years ago. So um, it's just one of those things. You know how it gets passed down. So like, and then the story gets like,
A little like muted or like
yeah, like less detailed and
like
everything.
loses like its color.
Yeah, exactly.
I
So I'm
get
just
you.
like, I can't really like, I guess trust. Not
Hmm.
not trust, but like,
You don't really know exactly.
yeah, exactly. But because like my mom and my dad, they do a good job, but they still don't know all of it either. You know. So that's why I want to get the 23andMe just so I can,
Mm-hmm.
have
Yeah, that's
more,
one
I
of the
guess, evidence or something.
Yeah, that was kind of a sidetrack, but yeah, what I meant to say is like, yeah, you can be Italian. Just check, you can,
Yeah, I'll be
yeah, we could all be
Italian.
Italian. But no, Italy is yeah, I love it just from studying it and just like the food seems really good
Oh
and
yeah.
the art and like the architecture and the history. It's it's I wouldn't mind going there, maybe meeting I don't know, an Italian mamacita or something. That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
no.
Just kidding. But no, everyone has that dream to fall in love in Europe. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, yeah, I guess. Yeah. I think that'd be very nice. That'd be.
but yeah. So hopefully next year, and it should be cool. I think.
No, yeah. Hopefully you get to do it. That'd be great. And then we can figure that podcast out too.
Ooh, okay. Happy hour in Venice. Let's go.
Hey,
Damn. Okay. That's our big break.
give me 5 years for to save.
You're just like, hold on, give me a couple of years, bro. Yeah, you're right.
Please, bro, please.
Please don't go. Please.
But yeah. Didn't you also go to New Orleans?
No, I do want to go.
No. Oh, you wanted to go. Okay.
Yeah, that's another place I want to go. Again, the same thing, the food and everything. But the New Orleans Saints, let's go. Probably want to go to a Saints home game and then hang out around the city. That'd be cool.
Yeah, horrible team. Yeah.
You're right. It's all good. If we recorded this podcast a couple years ago, it'd be different stuff. Yeah, this year you're right. You're right. Can I? It's all right.
So my boy over here, Andrew, he has a brand new PS5.
brand spanking new. They just dropped.
Yeah, day one.
I did get it like within the, I don't know how, a couple years ago. I don't remember. It came out in 2021 or 2020. I don't remember. I got it that year.
Yeah, the year it came out.
Luckily.
Yeah, dude, I was trying to get an Xbox.
Yeah, I remember that. But you did get an Xbox.
I finally did, like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I got it for my grandma's birthday, the one that has COVID, who tested positive for COVID now, or today.
Yeah.
I got it for her birthday.
Okay. Cool.
I stopped by at Best Buy and I picked it up and I was like, "Happy birthday, Grandma! I got that Xbox for your birthday."
He's like, hell yeah.
Yeah, no, she 1v1 me in Modern Warfare 2 and she kicked my ass.
On Rust. Was it quick scopes only?
Yeah, bro. Quick scope, no scopes.
Last kill 360. Let's go. But yeah, dude, I mean, as far as like the PlayStation, the Xbox, this year, a lot of people have been able to get their hands on them, especially around this holiday season, which is really cool.
Yeah, I thought they, especially when I got mine right now, I thought they were gonna be sold out or something like that, just because of the high demand. And
Yeah.
no, the dude was just like, yeah, no, we just got 35 more of these, like just yesterday or something. And I was like, oh, dang, okay.
Yeah, that's good. Although I think they already are talking about rumors of a PS6, so I'm just like,
yeah, they were talking about an upgraded like the mid gen thing, and I was like, are you kidding me?
like, okay, you just got this. Fucking drop again.
I'm like, bro, please, can I just trade it in? Yeah, honestly, that's why I wanted to wait, but they're like, it's probably like in a year or so or anything. I was like, I don't think. I was like, I'll just get it. It's fine.
Yeah. And you could always like trade it.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
sell it, I guess, if you want to upgrade.
Exactly. You know, nothing too serious or anything. Just talking about pandemic and addiction and just, you know.
Yeah, dude. It's all good. Did you watch the Game Awards this year?
No, I didn't. I wanted to, but I'm not gonna lie, dude. I've stopped watching the Game Awards just because it's been like, or just anything like E3 and all that stuff.
E3,
yeah. I stopped watching it just because it's, I don't know. It just seems like it's the same old, cringy stuff, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, there was some cringe moments. Not gonna lie.
On the Game Awards.
Yeah, the Game Awards.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, and maybe I need to go back and like rewatch like those E3s that I watch, and you know there'll be cringy moments. But I honestly I thought that they were a little bit better back then than they are now.
Well, this one was pretty good. It was pretty like fast tempo. They just giving out awards and then just showing like a bunch of trailers for like upcoming games and projects. It didn't seem like it dragged on or like it got boring. It seemed pretty, you know,
like to the point.
Yeah, a lot of cool trailers and stuff. But I mean, if you don't really want to do that, you can just like go on IGN and just look through all the trailers, and it'll just show you what's coming up, and you're like, okay, I'm good until like next year.
Yeah. What's that one game? There's something Protocol or something.
Callisto Protocol.
Yeah, dude, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know anything, but that reminded me. It reminds me of a Dead Space.
Yeah.
It looks like a Dead Space prequel, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I think it's the same director, the creator.
Oh, is it really?
Of the original Dead Space.
Oh, okay, because that makes a lot of sense. I was like, that's some of the
Graphics or gameplay.
yeah. Well, some of the scenes in the trailer remind me of Dead Space, especially because you know how he has that thing on the back of
Oh,
the
like the
name.
health bar.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I was like, oh, that's
yeah.
Dead Space right there.
Yeah, I have not played that one yet. It did come out like a couple weeks ago.
Oh, it did.
A week ago.
It's already out.
It came out here in December. But I hear that it's like an okay kind of game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hold on, keep talking because I'm gonna go refill.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on.
Oh, my boy wants some. Hold up. Quick refueling.
Quick refueling. But the game, I hear it's like average. What they're saying is it was pretty much a Dead Space clone, which is good and bad because if you love Dead Space, you'll like it, but bad because it doesn't do or add anything or nothing that we haven't seen before. Damn, you can hear that from here. That was loud. Yo, my boy pouring up the Sprite with the purple cookie. But I heard like from what I read from the reviews, it was just like a mid like 7.5 kind of game, like 8 game, you know. And I would get it if it goes on sale or when it goes on sale because I do love Dead Space. I played the Dead Space games, and I wouldn't mind playing like a quote clone of it. I also heard that some of the mechanics are kind of wonky, like the animations or something about the combat, the dodging and stuff. It wasn't really that good, but they could probably fix that with patches. But that's a game that I want to play. I mean, it came out this year. It's probably going to be on sale probably in January or February. Or... No, as the hype dies down, you know, people stop talking about it. Damn, yo,
ASMR, huh?
it's like that the Coke commercial before the movie plays. You hear all the bubbles in the Cinemark theaters. If you all have a Cinemark near you, I don't know where they are, but
yeah. Well, okay, so yeah, I guess I'll like it because well for me it seems since now I know that it's people are saying it's like a clone or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's just like Dead Space with updated graphics.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good to me. I'm not gonna lie. I don't. Yeah, really that sounds good too.
I like Dead Space, but then I can also see like it's bad because it's like this same game.
Yeah, it's like and I heard like some of the horror ones aren't really that horror because it's very arcadey, and Dead Spaces that have the element of like, oh, this is maybe like survival horror mixed with action.
Yeah.
Where this new one's like a lot of action and not really like any. I mean, I haven't played it, but that's what I hear people say. It's like the horror aspect of it. Mm-hmm. Is not as present.
Yeah, present. Yeah,
as it was in the first game. But I would still, like I said, when it goes on sale, I consider playing it because, especially on like a new console, like an Xbox or a PS5, that would be pretty cool. But
yeah, I wonder if it's ever gonna come to Game Pass.
Not sure. I mean, that's all you. I have no idea what Game Pass is. Game Pass just sounds like an NFL like ticket or something. NFL Game Pass, isn't that a thing? NFL Red Zone, whatever.
I like Game Pass though. It's a really good deal. Another sponsor.
Damn, Game Pass and whiskey. Let's go. It's Microsoft and whiskey. But is there any games that you were looking forward to next year, or that you want to play, or you?
The only one that because I haven't really seen that many games trailers or anything, especially from the Game Awards or anything, because I didn't watch it. The only one that I was kind of waiting for right now was the High on Life.
Oh yeah, the one I saw you playing. That game has some pretty funny humor. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I don't know why. Maybe because it's like the humor I like, but it was pretty funny watching.
I like it. It's a fun game. It reminds me. It's just like a arcade shooter. Like it's like Doom.
I said it looked like Nickelodeon Cyberpunk.
Yeah, no, it does. Yeah, that was a great description of it.
It's like the characters are kind of weird and like weird shapes, and then it's like looks like a cyberpunk world, you know.
Yeah, no, yeah, and then they there's that like the glob shot is like it's just slime. Let's be honest, it's a Nickelodeon slime.
Yeah, I just noticed that. Yeah, you're right. Who wants to get slimed?
Yeah, and yeah, it's just like Duke Nukem, Serious Sam, Quake,
Ooh, I love those.
Doom.
Yeah, it's like
It's just like one
Shadow
of
Warrior, like just like a
It's-
arcadey shooter, like
yeah.
with humor and just a bunch of explosions and kills. I guess you can't go wrong with that. With the humor and the graphics look pretty good too. Like I don't know if it was like the shading, like the shaders, but it had like a nice look to the background of the city.
Oh yeah,
And it would look really nice.
yeah. I only just started playing it, so I can't really speak for the whole game and like entirely. But
Oh yeah, I'm keeping just to know how long we've been going. So, that's why I'm looking at my phone.
oh, I'm looking up stuff. I'm because I can't remember. I think his name is Justin Werlin, right?
I mean, yeah, sounds good to me. Those are two names that go together.
Yeah, it's Justin Werlin. He's one of the I guess voice actors.
Mm-hmm.
I think he helped create that game too.
Yeah, because when I looked it up, there was like a description and it had his name, and it was saying like, oh, the creator of like, I think he had like some animated like shows or like little animations that he made.
Yeah. He does Rick and Morty.
Oh well, damn. Okay.
Yeah, he does Rick and Morty.
Oh, that makes sense now. That's why like when I saw it, people were saying like Rick and Morty, whatever. I was like, that makes sense now. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well then, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and then Dan Harmon is there too.
Oh, from Community.
Yeah, he does
Yeah,
Community.
that's cool.
Yeah. He also does Rick and Morty too.
Yeah. He did Rick and Morty. He did actually,
Community.
Community. They're making a Community movie. Did you hear about that?
Are they really?
Yeah, they are.
Oh man, that would be great. I would totally see that. I'd love that
Just
show.
a quick sidetrack, but yeah, they're making a Community movie.
I love that show. I hope my boy Childish Gambino's in it.
I think he is. The only one that they weren't sure is like, damn, what's his name? Pierce. I don't know. I forgot his
Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase. Yeah, but a lot of people are on board to do it. So it's good.
That would be cool. That would be great.
But yeah, dude, that game looks. I mean, I was gonna say I have to play. Maybe if I get it on my computer, I can play it. But I would play that game. It seems pretty cool.
Yeah, and then I was showing you him earlier today. Psychic Pebbles, which is Zach, which is one of the. He voices one of the characters in that game.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And other characters in that game. He's multiple voices in. Dude, that dude is just hilarious. I don't. Like I don't know what it is. It's just his voice. It's just funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's just really cool. You get a lot of comedians too doing voice work on that stuff, and it's a good. So far, it's a good game.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and I love how like in the beginning, it's like, oh, all bugs or glitches you encountered, that's intentional. You know, it's supposed to be a shitty game.
It's part of the experience.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
Just don't worry about it.
Yeah, and I know a lot of games have also done like that too. Like when I was going into what was that level I went down to in the sewers or whatever?
Oh, I don't know the name, but I know I saw like I don't know.
Yeah, so I went down in the sewers, and then the guy's like, "Hey, you can't come in here." Yeah. And I could either like kill him or just jump over, and I just jump over, and he's just like, "Hey, wait a minute, you can't do that." He's like, yeah, you could just do that. You could just jump over.
Yeah, dude, the NPCs are pretty. There was that
The
one.
slums. The slums.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it is.
The NPCs are. There was that one NPC where you were like by the lake, and you're just like, "Oh, I'm just gonna sit here with all this useful information. Oh, I don't know if someone's gonna ask me anything, but I'm just gonna whistle until someone does." He starts whistling. And then you ask him, he's like, "Oh, I don't know."
Yeah.
He talked to him, he's like, "What? How would I know?"
Yeah, that was funny. So far it's a funny game. It's a great game. If you haven't checked it out, another sponsor.
Yeah, we're getting.
Just kidding. None of these are sponsors. Please,
Please,
please sponsor us.
yes, please send us 30 copies of the game. We need them.
But I love how this has just been. It was supposed to start off as a review of the year.
That's true. We didn't even mention that as we started it off.
Yeah, and then
We were just like,
we
okay,
just
so
went
this
off.
podcast, we're going to talk about this and this and this.
Yeah, oh, that's crazy. That's the kind of stuff you get on the casual happy hour, just serious.
I mean, this is literally just a conversation me and you would have.
Exactly.
Or with anybody that we meet. We would just be talking.
Exactly.
We would ask somebody, hey, how was your year? And then they would naturally just lead us to talking about what we're talking about. Oh, did you watch the Game Awards? You know, what games are you looking forward to? And all this. And then, you know, just very casual. That's what it's, you know.
That's what it's all about.
That's all about we're doing it.
Also, I guess going back to what happened this past year, I got a dog.
Yeah, I just met the dog today. Very
Stormy.
very sweet dog. It looks like it's like 5 years old, but apparently she's like, what, 10 months? He said.
Yeah.
I'm like
Probably 10 or 11 months. Not even a year old.
what? It's a pit bull.
Yeah, it's a pit bull.
Pit bull, straight pit bull.
It's a black pit bull, and her eyes are like this grayish kind of. Mm-hmm. She's a very beautiful dog. She's very hyper.
How did you get the name Stormy? Was it your idea?
I think she was already named Stormy.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Is she, every time I see Stormy, she just looking, oh no, she's asleep. Well, just like, she doesn't care anymore.
She's chilling, bro. She's listening to the podcast.
Yeah, she's listening to a podcast. Our first viewer, our first listener.
It's a dog who doesn't understand.
Doesn't understand English.
Who can't even, but
that's what it's all about.
But yeah, it must be pretty exciting to have a new pet, you know?
Yeah, no, it's crazy. The only thing, though, is that I really wish Stormy met my other dogs before, before they passed away and everything. Mm-hmm. But no, it's... Because sometimes, like, earlier today, before you got here, I was, it was just me and Stormy, and then I was just thinking, I was just like, I never thought I would have another dog. Like, I never thought that this dog right here, Stormy, would be in my house.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's crazy how, like, life just works out like that.
Mm-hmm. It just happens.
Yeah,
you don't really expect it.
Yeah, it's like life doesn't go the way you plan, but it still works out. Yeah. And you're like, oh, okay. Maybe this is not exactly how I wanted it, but it's cool. It's working out. It's you know,
that's definitely like a statement of the year. It's like,
yeah, it's not how I planned it, but yeah.
But it's just that's how life goes. The way life goes. Shout out to Uzi. I love that song. Anyways.
Yeah, it's been going, you know. Mm-hmm. She just messes up everything.
Yeah, I've noticed like a bunch of like fluff, like pillow fluff everywhere. Like she just like ripped apart, like just mauled a pillow or something.
Yeah, that's her bed.
Oh, okay.
That's her bed. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, and the worst part is I already cleaned it before too. I've cleaned it multiple times, and I mean I should just throw it away, but then she won't really have a bed.
Yeah.
Um,
Or maybe she just more comfortable. She was like, it's too much padding. I gotta get rid of some, you know.
nah,
And
she's
now
just
it's perfect.
no. It's a thing because she just gets like she wants to play and everything, but
Yeah.
I have work and stuff like that, so she just gets bored and just messes around with everything and destroys it.
Yeah.
And I just come home and I'm like I'm tired, exhausted.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I'm
she.
and I'm just like starve me.
But even though she's kind of large already, you know, she's still like a puppy, like a little baby. So
Oh, yeah.
she's gonna be acting crazy and stuff.
Yeah, that's great.
But
Yeah, no, it's horrible too because like she creates this mess, it's cute. She creates this mess. She destroys half my stuff. It's fine.
it's cool. She destroys half my stuff.
Yeah, but then she looks at you like, hey, what's up? Do you like, like what's going on? Let's hang out, whatever.
Mhm.
Like she doesn't know what she did, and I'm just like, how can I get mad at you? You know.
It's literally the puppy dog face, you know.
And then it's because she's just so happy to see you and everything. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, yeah, I guess I'll just clean it up.
Just clean it up again.
Yeah, cause I don't know how true this is. Like, um, I heard this from my father. Like when a dog does something bad, you either have to catch them in the act, like you have to, I guess, discipline them right then and there because like
Mhm.
they forget about it like that,
Yeah.
So I mean I don't know how true that is. I really don't. I would say it's kind of true because
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
because
in a way.
yeah, every time I come home, my dog messes something up, but that's probably been like hours ago or something, or
Yeah.
maybe even like 30 minutes, and she's just like, "Oh, you're here now," like,
Yeah. Hey, what's good?
yeah,
And
like
if you like try to like scold her, she won't understand why
uh-huh.
what she did was
Yeah, exactly.
wrong or stuff, you know. So I think that does ring true, in a way. Yeah.
Man. Yeah, she's funny, man. She's a great dog though. She's great. I love her.
Let's take a little whiskey break, a little whiskey sip as we transition.
Yeah, a nice little transition here.
Mm. I'm blacking out. You, by the way, I'm blacking out, dude. Hold up. Talk to you tomorrow. Passes out.
You just hear the windows shut down thing.
Don't. Yo, I'm updating. Hold up. I forgot I postponed it too long. It has to happen right now. He just passes out.
Oh man, that's funny. But yeah, it's been quite the year,
Mm-hmm.
and I just like so for me, it's like all the things that have happened to me in this past year. Um, with my ex girlfriend and
Mm-hmm.
my social media.
Oh yeah,
getting
that's the whole thing in
That's the
itself
whole
right
thing
there.
too.
Yeah.
my seizure.
Yep, that's the whole thing.
Yeah,
You're just like your health.
yeah, just my health in general and my mental health and my physical health, just health
Yeah.
in general. It's a weird thing. Um, cause like for me, it's like, why did all of those things, or why did all that have to happen,
Mm-hmm.
like that, you know?
Yeah.
Because obviously, I don't want a seizure. I don't want
Yeah.
all those
Yeah.
things that happen. I wasn't like, yeah, bring it on, whatever.
And yeah, everything seemed to happen within this year.
Yeah, exactly.
Would it be enough just if one thing happened like last year or the year before, but it all kind of just, you know,
Mm-hmm.
felt like it was like someone flipped a switch and they're just like, all right, here you go. Here's every bad thing that could happen.
I just flipped the switch.
All right, here's the switch. Hey, yo, shout out to Drake. Sponsored this podcast.
He sponsored it. But yeah, no, it's like I guess right now, even before, and days to come and everything, just looking back, I guess it had to happen that way, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm only saying that, one, because it already happened like that. Okay.
Someone just broke in. Hold up, guys. You're just like fighting off some intruder. Yo, like, what the? Yo, grab his head, grab his head. Anyways, what we're talking about is how to freaking acid.
That was.
He's like, is there a podcast? He's like getting hit. Puts on some headphones. All right.
As he's getting beat up and
He's
everything.
like, boy, I've had a night.
Yeah, so what happened to you this past year, bro?
Yeah. Oh, just getting beat up.
But yeah, no, I look back and it's just like it had to happen like that, right? Because one, it already did, and two, it's just, I guess I appreciate the person or the things that I'm trying to improve on now, or the person that I want to become now, just because of those things. And this is one thing I've thought of, and um, it like if the people involved in those situations, if they try to spin it as in, oh, look, it's probably like a good thing that I did that,
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, it's a good thing that it happened this way because look at you now, you're a better person.
Yeah.
And it's just like, no. Like, you don't get to take credit for that. It was all me, and how I chose to respond to just all those crappy things that happened. So it really, because that was another thing. One of the people involved in one of the situations, he tried to, what's it called? I guess try to ignore it.
Yeah, just trying to like.
Yeah,
Brush
like,
it
oh, it's
off.
whatever, and I'm like, mm-mm.
Yeah,
Like,
because
no.
it's not just whatever. It's kind of.
Yeah, I was like, no, this is my life. Like, you guys had an impact on my life, and I'm sorry, like, I can't just sweep it under the rug and be like, oh, okay, it's fine. that's another thing that I've been improving on is just I guess giving myself a little more leeway. Like I'm not that hard on myself, or at least I try not to be
Yeah.
anymore. It goes back to the whole thing, like I said, where I'll I'll probably never be perfect and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sounds that's one that sounds like probably I'll be perfect one day. No, no, I don't think I'll ever be perfect. But I can just try to be the better person. Uh, just the person that I want to be, or at least try to be. You know.
Yeah, I get you.
And yeah, no, I'm gonna make mistakes and everything, but I'm not. I'm gonna try to not be as hard on myself with those mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, um,
Yeah,
no, yeah, yeah.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, sorry, I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, dude. It's, we're like what 14 drinks in. I'm just kidding. I'm surprised we're still recording, bro.
Bro, it's been
Hey,
4
bro,
years.
I say we're still recording, bro. Shit. Just kidding. But no,
Yeah.
I know. It's just like
Yeah, yeah, that's because, like, for me, I I didn't think I was that hard on myself. Um, but from other people's point of view, they're like, no, dude, you're really hard on yourself. Like,
mm-hmm.
you you expect so much of yourself and everything like that that you have these impossible expectations on yourself.
Yeah.
And I guess it took me a while to realize it. Like I thought it was normal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I thought everyone kind of thought like that and was hard on themselves like that and
Yeah,
everything.
I mean, some people are, but I mean, then
No, yeah,
some
yeah.
people are harder than on themselves and
Yeah,
others.
yeah, no. But like, I, I guess, I guess what I'm trying to say, like, I thought it was a good thing that I was hard on myself, cause like, cause I know a lot of people are hard on themselves and you know and everything, and I'm not trying to invalidate their stuff or their
Yeah.
beliefs or thoughts or whatever,
Yeah.
but it kind of, and I'm not. Like I said, it's a thin line where it's like you don't want to be too easy on yourself, but then you don't want to be too hard on
Yeah,
yourself.
because if
You
you're
know
too easy, you're just gonna not push yourself. But if you push
exactly.
yourself too hard, then you
Then
might
yeah,
break.
you're gonna burn out. You're gonna
Gonna burn
break,
out.
and
Yeah.
you're gonna yeah,
It's just again balance.
yeah,
Just trying to balance it out.
yeah. It's kind of hard, and that's a thing about growing up is you gotta understand where you can, I guess, apply that pressure a little bit,
Yeah.
and then you gotta learn when to ease up. Be like, no, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you did the best you can,
Yeah. I get that makes sense.
and you know, and for so long I've been just putting too much pressure on myself, and um, yeah, and just I'm not saying that I'm gonna, you know, take it easy from now on.
Yeah.
Um, but like starting this podcast,
Yeah.
um, I've been wanting to you know be a YouTuber and everything like that
Mm-hmm.
for a couple of years now since 2005 when YouTube came out. I kid you not. I wanted to be like Smosh and do sketch comedy and stuff and yeah,
All those OGs.
OGs, bro.
Yeah.
Or like vlog or something, you know. But I always wanted it to be perfect, and just now realizing, like I just gotta do it.
Yeah, it's not gonna start off perfect and like the first thing's gonna be all the best thing. you have to start somewhere. It's all about just making the first move.
Yeah.
And just as soon as you do that, you just keep moving, and then you see where it goes.
No, exactly. And like last year, like I was, like you were pushing me to like start everything and all that.
Yeah, we had
I even got this mic right here, but
yeah, this nice little Blue Yeti mic.
sponsored.
So
Just kidding. No,
sponsor.
just kidding. Nice little Blue Yeti mic.
As you can see, it has a 360 sound one. You can get yours at Best Buy.
I see a lot of YouTubers having this mic. And
Yeah, this is I always see YouTubers with this mic.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
really nice.
That's a good mic. Not sponsored, by the way.
Not sponsored.
Not
Not get free
spon-
advertisement.
We are not sponsored at all. It's just free advertisement, but it's a great mic.
Yeah.
And yeah, I even got it and everything, but we just haven't recorded. And it's been
It's like a year.
it's been like a year.
Literally, like I think it was February, January of this year. We started making some ideas for this. I worked on some designs for like the art, and it's like, I guess we just got busy, and you had school and work and stuff.
Yeah.
But finally, we're just like, you know what? Before the end of the year, we have.
You
to.
said that.
I said that. I told you like, hey, listen. Before the end of the year, we have to get this going. We have to put this podcast. We have to make it. Just get the channel going.
Yeah, and honestly, thank you for the push, because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have done anything. Yeah. Like I would, every once in a while, be like, "Hey, how does how?"
Yeah, I remember like every couple like months, you would just be like, "Hey, I remember even like for today, like reviewing the stuff, I had to go back and remember it because it's been a while since we talked about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, this is what we were doing. Like, yeah, But like I said, it's not going to be obviously not going to be perfect the first go. Like this podcast is not going to be the best, in terms of like I don't know, the sound and like the direction, I guess, because it's the first time. I mean, I've never done a podcast before.
Yeah, right.
So, but how we're doing it. It's we're just gonna keep doing it because we like it, and it just means a lot to like not just you but also to me to like also help you with your goals that you want to do, because like I said, you told me you wanted to be like start something online, like a YouTube, vlogs or a podcast, gaming channel, maybe, it's something you like to do, and it's good to be a part of that, to like help you on the very early beginnings of the journey to come, as some would say.
Yeah, no, it's just for me, I'm sure this is like for a lot of people too. You get motivated, but then you get burnt out like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the same way, and like I said, if it wasn't for your push or anything like that, building that support,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have recorded this session right now that we're doing right now, and thank you for that. Honestly,
Yeah,
it's great. It's really, I really do appreciate it, because like I said, I've been hard on myself and trying to make it perfect and everything, but you gotta be casual about it.
Yeah. The music starts playing. That's it.
Yeah, no, and that's a lot of advice that some of the YouTubers give, is just start it, just do it, and it seems like a bunch of cliche and everything, but
that's literally it.
You just start it
And just keep going.
Like, no, like, yeah, don't get me wrong, I don't think this is gonna get like tons of listens or anything like that, but it's just like you just gotta start it. And
I mean, you gotta get comfortable.
Yeah,
you gotta like know like, oh, okay, like you gotta know how to like the computer and stuff, like work is the software. You have to get used to it. It's like you can't just do your first podcast and have like 10,000 like listeners.
Yeah. No, yeah.
You know, you just gotta get in the groove. You have to start somewhere.
You are right, my dear friendo. And I think right now is a good place to end.
On that note, just talking about how we got here, like why we want to do this thing. Yeah,
I think that's a great place to end. And I've been your host, Elijah, with my co-host
Andrew.
And welcome to the Casual Happy Hour.
Yeah, that was loud.
Thank you for listening.